Groups A versus B. Your running order, your starting order here at the Home of Champions is as follows. On pole position will be Juho Valtonen from Finland, and alongside him, newly signed GT4 driver, but still has the karting bug deep in his Danish blood, is Mads Ries in the 379. Then it's Max Stemmerdink and Luca Schoonmaker. Schoonmaker is making the move up to seniors for 2021. Storm Brouwer, who in October last year had a three-way fight with Sean Butcher, who became the eventual senior Rotax champion of the BNL karting series, and also Milan Koppens, battled away with those pair and was on the cusp of a victory. Can it happen in 2021? We'll soon find out. Luca Thiel is alongside him on row 3, with Kylian Tarnier from France and Christian Decline in the 399 alongside on row 4. Completing the top 10 from Switzerland, it's Mario Sidler. From Belgium, it's Vincent van Kerkhoffen. Rounding out the 24 strong is Dorrestein, Kravwinkel, Lokmelis, Schuring, De Wit, Ahrens, Plateau, Van der Scheepop, Van der Eyck, Westhovens, Kirstens, Lemuno, Schmidt and Van Lammeren. So it will be down to Juho Valtonen and Mads Ries to keep them in formation. 7 minutes on the timer. Red lights are ignited on the starting gantry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get season 14 of the BNL karting series well and truly underway. They now head towards the tram lines. And without further ado, are we ready? Are we steady? Well, the revs rise. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2021, we are racing into turn 1 for the first time. Great start by Valtonen. Stemmerdink looking up the inside initially as there's been a massive pile up through turn 2. And one of the drivers, I think, might be... Well, you've got the 364, that's Patrick Slok-Melis. And was that possibly Bart de Wit that was involved in there as well? But... oh, drama in the first race. We get a clean start and it all goes wrong as of turn 2. As moves up the inside, I think that was a little bit further down the order. Probably the likes of maybe Victor Plateau having to battle away. But in the meantime, Juho Valtonen has a little bit of a lead. Mads Ries in second, Max Stemmerdink in third, Luca Schoonmaker's in fourth, and then he's battling away with Luca Thiel and Storm Brouwer. Well, Brouwer's actually now up into 5th place. So the Dutch driver making some headway initially. Whilst the sun shines down on the circuit, Valtonen now has over 7.5 tenths of a second between himself and Mads Ries, who comes under fire from Max Stemmerdink. Luca Thiel from Germany just behind. Storm Brouwer trying to close down on the JJ Racing drivers in front, and it's actually Luca Schoonmakers that's dropped down to 6th position. Kylian Tarnier, Christian Decline now up into 8th position, 7th and 8th respectively. Jordi van der Eyck and Wout Kirstens now round out the top 10. But in the meantime, Luca Thiel holding on for 4th position with Storm Brouwer. Then Kylian Tarnier has quickly deposed of Luca Schoonmakers. Well, where is Schoonmakers? That's the key €64,000 question right about now. So Schoonmakers, I think, might have had a bit of a drama, not too sure. So Schoonmakers is probably going to be there or thereabouts. They come across the line, completing lap number 2. On to lap 3 we go. So Schoonmakers actually now up past Storm Brouwer. So Schoonmakers up the order. And so that now makes it 3 karts from JJ Racing in the top 5. And leading that at the moment is Max Stemmerdink from the Netherlands. So Scott Westhovens has stumbled all the way down to 24th position. Bennett Ahrens, Mario Sidler, Alexander Kramwinkel, Beer Dorrestein and Patrick Slok-Melis, who was involved in that first corner melee. And I think it was Dorrestein that he was involved with through turn 2. But that's not what you want to see happen on the first race of the season. This is not a championship event, but also the official result of the finals as of tomorrow afternoon will be classed as the weekend result. So it is the... you've now got to start working and be consistent, but Mads Ries consistently closing in onto Juho Valtonen. So the Flying Finn now coming under fire from the charging Dane with Stemmerdink, Luca Thiel, Luca Schoonmakers and Storm Brouwer rounding out the top 6. Brouwer's got Kylian Tarnier just behind for position. That's for 6th place. And good moves from the likes of Bart de Wit and Victor Plateau. Unfortunately, Scott Westhoven's on lap number 2 is the first retirement out of the 24 drivers. So we still have 23 of them circulating. Patrick Stockmelis was able to have an opportunity, but obviously through that first turn, that first incident on lap 1 at turn 2, it gave the Latvian he's got a lot of work to do. But now Madson's closing in on Juho Valtonen, was just a fraction over, a tenth of a second quicker that time around. Max Demmerink rounds out the top 3. Luca Thiel now being closed in on by Lucas Schormacher. Schormacher's in the tow going through into turn 5 as the leaders now make their way through onto the Europalan through the right-hand hairpin at turn 6. Schormacher's looking to sense where that opportunity is going to be. Now, bearing in mind, Schormacher's was a junior last year. Now he's moved into seniors. And he's actually doing not a bad job. Reminds me of Mike Van Vuursche last year when Van Vuursche went to Richard Blom Motorsport last season when his rallycross campaign got curtailed because of COVID-19. But Schormacher is being closed in on by Storm Power. Looks like at this particular moment in time, Madson's again is going quicker and quicker in comparison to Juho Valtonen. So I think the Finn's going to be coming under fire, not just from Madson's, but also from Max Demerdink. Luca Thiel still fending off Lucas Schormacher, who sends it nice and cleanly up the inside of Luca Thiel through turn 6. And whilst these two are battling, this is allowing Storm Brouwer to come into the mix. So he could be the SP Motorsport meet between the JJ Racing sandwich in momentarily if he gets past Luca Thiel. There's been a moment there. Juho Valtonen and Mads Rees through turn 9. Oh, dramas for both. And you know what that means. Max Demerdink is leading. I think Mads Rees has got a problem. That kart is not responding quite as it should do. And that means that Max Demerdink, he must be counting his lucky stars at the moment, must the Dutch driver, the 301. And this now really changes everything as there's Victor Plateau goes scything up the inside. I think that was on Juho Valtonen and Bart de Wit through turn 2. That's brazen if ever I saw it. 1 minute and 8 seconds plus an additional lap still to go. Max Demerdink leads the way ahead of Lucas Schormacher's, Luca Thiel, Storm Brouwer. Then it's Jordi van der Eyck, Christian de Klein, Juho Valtonen. Yeah, Mads Rees has parked it. And that says to me, oh, cheeky move up the inside from Storm Brouwer, up the inside of Luca Thiel. So the Dutch driver now up into P3. Jordi van der Eyck and Christian de Klein rounding out the top 6 positions as we go on to the penultimate lap of the race. 30 seconds on the clock as the top 4 make their way through turn 2. Oh, Luca Thiel senses an opportunity, sees that if there is a chink in the armour of Storm Brouwer, what can happen here right now is the fact of the matter that Luca Thiel could go up the inside, but he's got a lap and a half to do it as Luca Thiel. Demerdink has a 6/10 of a second advantage against Lucas Schormacher's. Storm Brouwer up into P3 for SP Motorsport. Luca Thiel, Jordi van der Eyck and Christian de Klein. Victor Plateau, Bart de Wit, Juho Valtonen is dropping out of the... well, he's close to being out of the top 10. We're going to go on to the final lap. And Max Demerdink has just over 1,400 metres to circumnavigate here at karting Genk. He gets his head down. The briefest of glances over the right-hand shoulder for Max Demerdink. Lucas Schormacher's 6/10 adrift. Storm Brouwer and Luca Thiel. This could be an absolutely brilliant battle for the runner-up spot in this race. And we did expect fireworks here for the first race of the weekend. But I didn't expect a massive pile-up going through turn 2 for the first time of asking. However, Demerdink out of turn 7, into the right-hand sweeper of 8 for the final time. Now into the left at 9. Brouwer has got to do something, and if he wants to get second from Schormacher's, he's got to try and do it through turn 10. I think he's sitting pretty. He's going to keep it where it is through turn 11. One more turn to negotiate. And the first winner in the BNL karting series in season 14 is going to be the 301 from the Netherlands. Max Demerdink keeps his head cool whilst others lose theirs. Lucas Schallmakers takes second in his senior Rotax debut. Stormbrouwer P3, Luca Thiel, Jordi van der Eyck and Christian de Klein round out the top 6. Victor Plateau in 7th. Bart de Wit in 8th. Juho Valtonen after that clash between him and Mads Ries ended up 9th, whilst Ries ended up retiring along with Scott Westhoven's. So Ries retired after the clash on lap 6. Rounding out the top 10, Wout Kirstens from the Netherlands in the 366. But taking first blood is Max Demerdink, and it is a 1-2 for JJ Racing. Storbrouwer from Stampex Motorsport rounds out the top 3 ahead of Luca Thiel. Great showing by Jordi van der Eyck from the Netherlands from RB Motorsport. So Richard Blom will be very happy about that one. Christian de Klein in 6th ahead of Victor Plateau. Bart de Wit from the Netherlands ahead of Juho Valtonen, Wout Kirstens. Vincent van Kerkhoven takes 11th. Good showing by Bennett Ahrens in the 372 from Germany with RS Competition. Takes P12 ahead of Tern Schmidt. Flint Schuring, Colin van Lammeren with good showing by Stefan Lemonor from France. Tim van der Scheepop, Alexander Kramwinkel, Mario Sidler, Beer Durrestein, Patrick Lokmelis, and Kilian Tarnier rounding out the 22 that finished with Mads Ries retiring on lap 6 and Scott Westhoven's on lap number 2.